里面有讲的，里面某一段就是讲 line of beauty， 怎么是算是一个美丽的线条，就好像我们普通拍照的时候，我们会摆一个 pose， 也是一个 S 字形啊，或者很多时候我们装饰里面的东西都会有一个比较有曲线的东西在里面，给我们做一个对照，一个什么讲，才算是一个比较完美的作品。很多时候呢，okay, I'm going to speak in English. So the next one will be the Hoggett curve arrangement, where it's a C or it's a S shaped. But it's come from our England painter or the artist called William Hoggett. That he has have books from 18th century that emphasize on the analysis of the beauty. One of them will be line of beauty. That they emphasize on the S shape and the C. That how important in a lot of our art piece. Okay. So let me get out of this one. The next one, I will have a Hoggett S, where I have my material. Oops. First thing, this in our European design, S-shaped is considered one of this. Oh, okay. Related to principle. Oh. Okay, I will make this one with dry material. Most of flowers dry material, because right nowadays is very popular. What we call 永生花. There's preservative flowers that can last long, but it look really feel and touch look real. They look fresh. I mean, they look real. Okay. But few of them I will use these flowers and with some combination with others material. I can remove this one. Sorry, let me kiss this one. Okay, Hoggett curve arrangement, suspend, placement plays very important role. That's the form. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, Deborah. For the Hoggett curve arrangement, we're going to make we call it a line design, a curve line design. But we have a name for Hoggett curve. Of course, the curve arrangement, the form. Oh, the form is big. Okay. Yes. So it's tough. Actually, this arrangement normally is not that easy, because with the curvy line, first thing is we need to have a proper material, selection of material, or make sure you have the curvy material in order to get the curve form, the S-shaped. Another thing is we need to understand that how we can have do a 3D dimension perspective to create the whole thing. The whole S shape with the perspective, okay? We call it 3D, okay? So we have here, since this is a classical arrangement, so I also bring this Bohemian crystal vase for my arrangement. You can see from here, all the materials here, you will see that the colors is very, what do you call it, analogous. We can classify the analogous colors, that easier for us. The form placements. Okay. When we are doing this arrangement, the foam on top here is not too high compared with the normal arrangements. Normal arrangement we can have slightly higher, but in here we can make it slightly, what do you call it? It's not too high. Okay. But for me, I want this one will be on top of the container, because this is transparent. So I make sure the whole arrangement will sit on this container. I mean this crystal vase. Okay. First thing we need to have. So recently we have very good material for this. We call it 永生花。现在我要做这个Hoggett curve 的 S 型的时候呢，其实我用的全部都是干燥花。然后因为进来了这种永生花，我们叫永生花呢，它是蛮流行的。因为它做的非常之精细， 它看起来或者是摸起来跟真的鲜花都是一样的。其实它是有一个工艺去做这个，其实它就是本身它就是一个鲜花，来用了各种的那个制造的过程，给它看起来感觉起来都跟我们的普通的花一样的感觉。OK， 那我们要插这个，当我们选择插这个 S 字形的时候，其实它在我们很多花艺里面呢，它是不太容易插的一个作品。最主要呢，就是我们要第一件事我们要做的就是它本身那个 3D， 它本身那个立体感要非常的掌控的非常好。然后呢，它这个海绵呢不能够太高。然后这次呢，我的海绵会看起来会很在这个 container 的上面，因为我不希望我这整个 container， 我这个玻璃花器 Bohemia 的水晶花器，我不希望它会被遮盖的，所以我就直接这个形状会直接做在这个花器身上。OK， 首先如果要做这个比这个 S 型或者是 Hocket Curve 的形状的时候呢，我们很重要，我们要至少要有正确要找到材料，就是那个有曲线的材料。OK， 这个是其实一些叶材，我们有的一些叶材。OK， 我们很多时候插花的时候呢，我们是第一件事，我们是要去选，至少我们要先定它的高度。OK， 在我们普通的时候呢，你可以看到。Yeah， 先看看我们的花材。我们的很多花材呢，我们是要先处理的。先处理就是讲它的花买回来的时候，它的梗会比较小的，我们要先处理，就是先弄好铁丝。OK， 这个是铁丝，给它固定。OK， 先固定这个本身可以插着下去。OK， 这个就是我们永生花要先做固定的一个环节。OK， 但是这个花可以耐很久。OK， 那我们先开始的时候，我们要先做它的高度。你会发觉到我们做花艺老师，其实我们的工具都是非常的也是比较讲究。因为剪花的时候，这个用对的工具，我们是事半功倍的。这几个点是很重要的。拿这个曲线。我们找一些比较容易做的曲线。我们可以看到，从这里的角度，从这个角度到对角度的地方，我们就插着它这个第二个地方，那个 S 字形的地方。我可以再做 ，OK， 再多一点点 ，OK，make sure it's fixed。OK， 从这个角度，你其实已经呈现了一个 S 字形。Okay, let me get it closer. First thing in our Hocket curve, it's important that we have the correct material. This is the first thing that we need to solve the problem, because this is not easy to get the curved material in nature. So to make it faster today, so I got to choose a dry material. Of course, we got to prepare all this curvy material. Okay. So very obvious here, you can see this is definitely a C curve. Where we have meet the principle of design, we may have the focus. We need to have the emphasis, the focus. So we use the red rose again. Diagonally, we're going to make it this way, not too, okay. Okay, from here you can see that definitely there will be the S shape by the two line, and with the dominant, with the emphasis focus point, that will create the S. Of course, we're going to fill in the blank now. Okay, so now I'm going to fill up. We have in Malaysia we don't have much choice of dry flower, but we can sort recently. This is very popular dry material in the market, and we can get quite a number of them from overseas, like Taiwan, you know. And some material actually we get from like Thailand. They have different. Because I can't tell the name because we use a lot of florist to be colored, all those material. So for preserved dry flower stem, tan, the florist shot, this way can we use the insert without breaking this? Oh, okay. Since this, to answer the Deborah questions is, since we are using this as a dry material, really we can just join all this material accordingly with the wire. And here, actually, I like this color very much. Okay, where we have the focus. We have here. First, we need to create the line. We have. So this is a wire, and we need a wire cutter. Okay. I need to turn later on. I can turn so early. So we have this roses that I like. So very obviously from here you can see where we create the S shaped. This is at the back. You can come here. Some of the leaf we can just take it out. I know we need the colors, in fact. Come back to our principle and element again, where we have the balance, then we have the emphasis, then we have the line, and we have the form for the design. Same times, we want to soften the whole thing. Definitely we need something soft for this arrangement. So selection of materials is another one. We can very cleverly select. So here we are, we have some line material, very frizzy. Okay, let's see. This is why we prepare. All the material must be curvy. to enhance the line on top, the ascendant line here. Make sure we got enough curvy material. Cut shorter. So normally I like to use knife because it's easy for me to hold more material. Here we are for the tail. Okay, here I still use my knife, this is faster. You need to have that line, proper line. Make sure you will see the emphasis or the main material. Make sure it's not covered. Okay. So we can have some different material to create some form. The classic arrangement normally we need a lot of material. That's what we call this as traditionals, but this we call it decorative arrangement. It's been used a lot in our flower shop. So for today's sharing, I would like to share that the difference of the decorative in our syllabus arrangement that maybe in the future it can be used in our flower shop as well. So in order not to cover this, okay, I have some others. Yeah, I forgot my hydrangea. So to make it not too red, I would rather put a little bit of pink in my arrangements. Okay. The carnation, this hydrangea actually is what they call that, it's a texture to make a contrast on the texture and the whole arrangement. Contrast on texture with the roses and this hydrangea, where they have a different texture here. When I'm adding in these colors now, the lighter color actually is to coordinate, make it unity with the vase. We need a little bit of this. Oh, we spend a lot of time today because our arrangements is a lot of material, so we need a little bit of time. Okay. It's almost the same color, but we're using a different texture here to make a contrast of the arrangements. We need a smaller piece. Okay. We have this. This is the dry leaf left behind from the previous arrangements. Okay, we can have this, a little bit of these colors. Can I have a little bit of this? Yeah. Of course. Yes, we did make a lot of prepare for the curvy material, especially why we choose the dry flower, because we are hard to get material like a curvy material. Maybe like I tried to sort it, but it's just really difficult. So I decided to use dry material where I can still bend some dry material. Use a method. Okay. Soften it, add on, non-stop, adding on. So all this furry to make the whole thing softened. Okay, here we are. We don't want so many of this. Okay, shorten this, shorten this. Add on for this. Make sure it's S. Oops. I need to have this S. It's a bit long. This is too long. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Okay. Okay, here we are. Okay, that's it. Okay, here we are. Can explain what the decoration arrangement and why they call decorative. Okay, as earlier I have mentioned that, okay, we finished, done. Yes, why explain what the decorative arrangement, what is called decorative. In European style, a lot of times our elements is important, that is of flowers, so we try our best to make it natural. But in those classic and traditional arrangements, normally we will have a lot of flowers, a bundle of flowers. So it's difficult for us to make it as natural as the style if we keep the stem. So on most of the traditional arrangement, we are emphasized on the flowers. We look at the flowers and the different texture and the different color combination. That's right. But it's a customer need. So we make it a way that we are taking the flowers and we want it to be a lot of flowers, a lot of bundles of flowers. So we call it a decorative. Okay. Okay, that is the second one arrangement that we have today. Oh, actually, finally, I find that it's considerable for arrangement together. Conclude the both of these arrangements is a decorative arrangements where we are looking for figure out in the traditional arrangement that we find a lot of times we have it in our flower shop. We do a lot. That's why this decorative for this sessions or this syllabus is very useful in our future forestry arrangement in our flower shop. So for today, we are only talking about one of the 20% of the syllabus that is decoration.